Hey all, it's Senior Sedge here again, and we're going to do a video now on listen and draw. Listen and draw is a great activity where you're reading a story and your learners are drawing the story as they are hearing it. I really like this activity. I do it probably about once a month. It's great because I don't have to interact with kids as much. We're not creating a story, and it's a lot lower pressure than story asking, but it still gives great input. It still allows for visualization of text, and it still can be fun, and you still get to use artwork and other things like that. Plus, it has a million extension activities you can do afterwards. So check out this video on listen and draw. So here is the text that I'm going to read to my classroom. I'm going to read each paragraph twice. Once the first time they just listen and make a movie in their head. The second time they're going to draw out the what they hear into the 4 paragraphs. They've already divided their paper into 4 sections. Make your story drawing friendly. So you may not want to talk about what's going on inwardly inside of your characters, but real basic stuff, McDonald's, small tomatoes, babies, etc. Things that are easily drawn. So consider that, and make it so that it can flow pretty well. You don't want overwhelming paragraphs and really long, detailed paragraphs, because they need to fit it in the small amount of time that they have. Okay, everybody good there? For this next activity, you'll need a clipboard and a white sheet of paper over there. If you don't have one, go grab one now. Glenn, you want to be our artist up on the board here? Sure. When you get the paper, you can do horizontal or vertical, but I want you to divide it into 4 sections. This activity is called the listen and draw. I'm going to tell you a story. It's got 4 paragraphs in it. You'll draw the first paragraph in the upper left. You'll draw the second paragraph in the upper right. You'll draw the third paragraph in the lower left, and you'll draw the 4th paragraph in the lower right. I'm going to read the whole paragraph the first time, and you just make a movie in your head. Then I'll read it really slowly the second time, and you're drawing. While we're doing that, if you don't understand something in the text, if you don't understand,
I just wanted to see how it worked.
it's all Glenn's fault. Yep. It's not Glenn's fault. If you don't understand something in the text, what do you do? All right. Let's try this again. View, zoom, 200%. Let's even go farther. Zoom, 300%. There we go.
So if I want to drag it, do I just tap and push over, or how do I?
We'll drag it from the bottom. If not, I might have to do it this
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. That was my setup. Everybody has a clipboard. They have a white piece of computer paper, which I like to rob the recycle bin in the copy room at your school. Lots of teachers make mistakes on their copy machines. They throw all that paper away. I grab all that every day and just keep a stack of white paper. And on the back is, numerous mistakes. Anyways, then they take that paper, like I said in the instructions, they divide it. I want a 4-paragraph story just to flow that way, and they're ready to go. So hopefully you understood the setup for write and discuss. Really easy. Okay, so here's the first paragraph. This first time pencils are down, you're just making a movie in your head of what you're hearing. Hay un hombre. El hombre se llama Earl. Earl es muy inteligente y tiene matemáticas innatas. Earl vive en Chillicothe y le gusta vivir en Chillicothe porque hay un McDonald's. Earl tiene una esposa bonita.
se llama Terry. Terry tiene tomates pequeños. That's the end of the first paragraph. Pick up your pencil. I'm going to read it again, and this is this time where you're going to draw everything that you can understand. Hay un hombre.
As you read through it this second time, pay a lot of attention to your artist, because your artist is going to be a good guideline if you're going too fast or too slow. If your artist is waiting for you to continue, you might want to speed up your reading. If they are overwhelmed and can't keep up with you, you might be going too fast. And then just double check to make sure your artist gets it. Hopefully the story's real easy, but every now and then I'll have to go up to my artist and say, like, actually, this means that, and just kind of on the down low, don't embarrass your artist at all, but make sure that it is correctly up there on the board.
El hombre se llama Earl. Earl I think once you erase it, it starts it over.
Does it?
Let's try it again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Earl es muy inteligente y tiene matemáticas innatas.
Give me a white one. I don't get it. Cool.
Earl vive en Chillicothe. Le gusta vivir en Chillicothe. Porque hay un McDonald's. A Earl le gusta McDonald's. Earl también tiene una esposa bonita. Se llama Terry. Terry tiene tomates pequeños. You guys have 30 seconds left to finish your drawing, and then we'll talk about blends.
While you're reading that second time through, you're walking around kind of making sure everybody's on track, everybody understands. But also take this 30 seconds now to make sure your artist has what you want to discuss, because sometimes artists can go in ways you may not have expected. So you may want to go up there to your artist, make sure they have something they need to have, depending on what you're emphasizing or what you're interested in for the lesson.
Stick figures are fine.
Yeah, I got this.
Movie arms.
Okay, fantastic.
Now comes where you're going to discuss the artwork from the artist. This way you get even more repetitions, you get a little more interaction. You're allowed at this point to ask some individualized questions. So-and-so likes living in Chillicothe. Do you like living in Chillicothe? Depending on where you want to go. In this class, I'm a little bit pressed for time, so I'm going to go quickly through it, and that's totally fine. It just depends on the amount of time you have and the amount of time you want to spend on different verbs. So check this little discussion out.
Frase que hay. Ok, hay dos personas. Hay un hombre.
Hombre.
Hay un hombre.
Se llama Glenn.
Se llama
Earl.
Se llama Earl. A Earl le gusta matemáticas y le gusta McDonald's y vive. ¿Le gusta vivir en Chillicothe o no?
Sí.
Sí, le gusta vivir en Chillicothe. Porque hay un McDonald's. Ajá. Earl tiene
Una esposa.
una esposa bonita.
Se llama Terry.
Se llama Terry. Terry.
Tiene
Tiny tomatoes, grows tiny
You guys did
tomatoes.
awesome. Okay. Here's our second paragraph.
So there you have it, just a real simple summary of what we have, highlighting the verbs that we're looking at, working on. And so this way I work through all 4 paragraphs. I'm going to skip all that to keep the video a little bit shorter. But I'm going to show you now the next day, we bring this story back up and we have some extension activities you can do. I'm going to have them do some writing, but you can have them do a retell, speaking, all different types of activities you could have them do here. But check this out.
Way down to 2. Remember it was 3.
That's right. Yeah, we narrowed it down a little bit. Take out your artwork, please, from last time. I'm going to play the YouTube video that just tells the story from Glenn's artwork. If you don't have any artwork, we got lots of extra copies over there, over on.
Here is my artist's final drawings, and I'm going to save this as a PDF because I can use this in the future. And we can use it for retells the next day, which you'll see here shortly. Here is a YouTube video I created through Screencastify, just telling the story again with the me recording the audio as we look at the different pictures. And this way I have it available for future classes, and if somebody's gone, I can post this and they can all have more input that way. So that is the content you can create through listen and draw.
Like I said, I'm just going to play it. You're just going to listen. And we're going to go do a little bit of writing here.
Hay un chico, no, hay un hombre que se llama Earl. Earl es un hombre bonito y inteligente y tiene matemáticas
Here they're just listening to the YouTube video, looking at their artwork, looking at the board for that artwork, and just comparing, getting that story back fresh in their mind that they may have forgotten from the previous class.
Earl también tiene una esposa bonita. Se llama Terry. Ve perfecto. Se llama Luke Skywalker.
Okay, we're going to try a little bit of writing here today, but you'll have your partner from earlier. Here's some line paper, and what we're going to do is, using your artwork, the board, anything else you have, your memory, you guys will get together and with your group, and you'll just turn in one sheet of paper with some writing on it. So you'll talk to each other and write, maybe choose who has the best handwriting for the writing section, and try to create the story paragraph by paragraph. You'll have 1 minute per paragraph. If you want to move to where you can write on something or have a clipboard, do that. But go ahead and find your partners now. Get your pencil, get your stuff
So
ready.
yeah, this is just one of the thousands of extension activities you can do with a listen and draw activity. I actually prefer they do retells where they tell the story to a partner, but they had just done a retell with our previous activity, so I had them get together with a partner and try to write the story based on the drawings and working with the partner. You don't have to do that. You could do a quiz, you could do a writing assignment where they write a parallel story. There's a million different things you can do. Just because they spend so much time drawing it and listening to it, they're going to be pretty solid in their ability to do some output. So just an easy output assignment that you're probably not going to grade, you're not going to spend a lot of time on, but you're giving them the ability, the opportunity to do some easy output that's low pressure. That was Listen and Draw. Great activity to do. I do these about once a month in my class. It just gives everybody a break from story creation, but gives them great input. Enjoy. I hope you have some fun with these.